pattern recognition is what astrology is about. And the whole system is based on geometry. And sacred geometry is pattern recognition. There are these repetitive patterns that come on and on and on. It makes me laugh because we think we're so special and we think our pain is so unique. And and it is true that the human condition shows up in the chart, in a storyline that is so specific to your childhood and your parents and your personality. And yet, it's a universal song. Oy, what happened to you? I'm so sorry. And then as an astrologer, the gift is taking it from the pain body to the astrologer's angle, which is come up off the planet and look back and say, what's it like being human? What is that pain for? Well, how did we sign up for this crazy story? Was I on drugs? Like, was I in an altered state that I came down here with this crazy, consistent, to your point, pattern of pain in every human? And the answer is yes. I wasn't on drugs, but I volunteered. And I volunteered because I'm so fascinated.
It's a fascinating world you play in. I'm learning all about it. So do you think that we choose our pain way before we come here?
I hate that thought that we chose our parents because I have these Jewish parents.
Yeah.
If I chose them, I definitely was on drugs. So it wasn't like if they said to me, you're going to be Jewish and you're going to be born in Detroit, and here's what you had as options, I would have been like, that's it. So it wasn't that I picked them. There was an assignment that comes with karma, and it comes in the Akashic records. And you come with an assignment to learn or to do something, and you have to remember it. And that's what astrology is for. It's like the alarm clock goes off and I say to you, your Saturn's in Virgo. You promised to be a perfectionist. You promised to worry a little bit. And now if you master that, you realize, oh, it's such a sincere interest to get it right. And it's such a deep desire to serve. And it changes from, ew, I hate that part of myself, to what a noble effort you have to want to help us.
The pain isn't random. The pain has a true purpose to it. But when we're in the pain, it's like, fuck, how do we get out of it? But sitting in it, and then I'd love for you to layer the wisdom, the true, you called it on a call once, you said it's airtight science. What is the airtight science about us sitting in the pain? Because there's such a gift there. There's such a beautiful gift.
Well, this formula's just shown up in the most recent times. Like our society now, your generation know how to stay in the pain and process. I was not told that. I was told to suppress it, to never tell anyone, to hold it in, to let my body somaticize, let the pain take over. This is a brand new model that you guys brought to us. Sit in the pain, trust that it's there for a reason. It's like a mother giving birth. Would you tell her to stop being in pain? It's the stupidest conversation. She has to move through that to get to the miracle. So it's only newly discovered. For so many generations, it was a tight upper lip, and it was trying to pretend like you're normal and was acting like everybody else and doing the homogenized version of human condition. And now the Aquarian age is here, and it's like, just be yourself.
What is the Aquarian age? So you're talking to a newbie here, and maybe people are viewing for the very first time. Your book is perfect. I don't believe in astrology. What a great hook. How did this come to you before you answered that next question?
Because everybody kept saying it to me. It was pissing me off.
That they just don't believe.
You know how long I've been doing this? It's almost 50 years. And how many times I heard people say, I don't believe in astrology. And I was like, really? Let me tell you, if you don't know something, let me give you some information that might whet your appetite. Why has it been the oldest science on earth? How has it been 4,000 years ago we have records of the hieroglyphics? Why is it that your grandmother knew what sign she was? How have we talked about this since the beginning of time? Oh, there's wisdom in the back room. Time's up. And now I got to be the alarm clock.
It's so good. Okay, so before you answer the next question, Carl Jung, which for me has impacted my life in so many ways, and I haven't even gone as deep as I want to go yet. He said astrology represents the summation of all of the psychological knowledge of antiquity. Do you resonate with that?
I wrote that quote in my book, Hello. He also said, psychology will be a dinosaur science until it includes astrology. What we just did, the psychology of me having a master's in clinical psychology, but totally relying on astrology as the backdrop, has given me the gift of shortcutting. Look what just happened. I was able to assess what the pattern was very quickly, and that's because I've looked at a lot of charts.
He used to do the readings for his clients, so he would create birth charts for his patients, and he had the charts in his hand, believing that you couldn't fully heal someone without knowing their cosmic blueprint.
Oh my God, you're singing my song. Every session I've ever done as a therapist for all those years, the chart was in front of me. I mean, it only makes sense that if you know the karmic agreement that someone came with, that you could give them permission to be fucked up because the chart screams that, and then to find the medicine, like, duh. I don't know why we left it behind, tell you the truth.
Why do you think we did?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Well, I'm just curious.
It's a religious thing. The religious order did not want people self-consumed with power. So they took the power away that you would be able to assess yourself and gave you the guilt trip that everything you're doing was wrong. Astrology is quite the opposite. It's saying, no, you can have a personality type that has problems. You can have a psychology that's really difficult. But all of that was the contract that you signed at the beginning. And once you understand that and you accept your fate, I call it falling in love with your fate. Should I sing? Falling in love with your fate, falling in love with your fate, falling in love with your fate. The minute you accept what you were handed, it becomes magic. It's the funniest thing. It's funny that we don't know it. So the church took away the power of the individual having the resource to give their own healing. And they gave them the guilt that everything they were doing was wrong with all the shoulds and all the commandments. Not to say that that's not useful, but the imposing of your power, your intuition, your knowing is not acceptable is what put us in the situation we're in.
Yeah, the knowing is the big thing. It's the knowing, like part of your process, the big part that I got is just remembering how amazing things are. And then all the other stories we fabricate, let's be honest, I do it. We fabricate these stories.
It's called MSU, making shit up.
We've all attended this university. So then you spoke of the age of Aquarius. Like, what is that for somebody that doesn't know anything about the age of
last 21, it goes in 2100 year cycles. When Christ was here was the age of Pisces. He entered that, and it was follow the leader. So Pisces was the Christian model or the Jewish model or the Muslim model was we're going to give you a book and you'll get these instructions and you'll follow. And if you don't follow, we'll banish you. You won't be part of our community. You won't have any food. You won't have any family. You can't live in our town. Yeah. So it was a really strong adherence to a set of values and rules and codes that were brought to us by religion. That was the Piscean age. Pisces loves sacred, magic, ceremonies. They love having incense burning. They love doing magical mushrooms, as they're called, but that wasn't introduced by the religious order. And then came the Aquarian age, entering, from my point of view, in the 60s. We don't know when it turns, but suddenly in the last, let's say it's just beginning, we're only at the very entrance. And that was, do not follow, do not go to church, do not listen to what other people tell you. You can be yourself, whatever religion, whatever sexuality, whatever thought process. You don't have to get married. You don't have to have kids. You can have kids through a tube. There's a million Aquarian options now that were not in place during the Piscean age. So now we're in the free fall. The old structures that we counted on to give us right and wrong aren't here. So the Aquarian age is freedom. But when you have too much freedom, it starts to feel disorienting. Like, what's right and wrong? And how do I feel safe? And where do I get safety and security, as we had in the olden days when you knew what the religious order told you to do and what to wear and how to dress? The whole thing was completely, it was like a follow the leader and a homogenized experience. Now we're in the chunky part where everything goes. We have the weirdest reality we live in. We're inside of a computer right now. People are like, what is happening? Cyberspace is the Aquarian age. AI is the Aquarian age. ET is the Aquarian age. These are the new entrances of us realizing telepathy is real. Like, there's an alternate reality that is not stuck by the religious order and the symptoms of our grandparents. So it's kind of exciting.